Hey, this is under the truck on the front side. Just note, there's two splash guards here, one here and one back there. They both have four 15mm bolts you unzap. And then you can have direct access to your mounting bolts on your rack and pinion. Okay, so if you go under the front, or you can pop the hood open and come down when it's on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the feeding lines to your power steering. It's real easy. You just come up under and they're right there. And it just takes an 8mm on the suspension portion. Now that it's draining itself. Is this a good angle? Yeah, it is. Alright. So I'm going to use a 21 impact. And I recommend you do the same, or you're going to have to go with a box end and an adjustable wrench. But if you go with an impact, it'll come right off. So that was pretty easy. And then, of course, y'all know when you're pulling off your suspension components, just hit the knuckle. Don't touch this and don't hit the threads. Well, on these GMs, because they're blunt, I guess you can just whack it. GMs and Chevys, but I'm going to stick to the traditional style and just hit the knuckle. There you go. And you do the same on the other side. So when we're removing the suspension components, I usually plug the tie rod back in, grab a monkey wrench actually, and adjustable box end, and yeah, and that works perfect, and that'll get your lock nut off. This one I already broke free. I was just showing you the setup. There's that lock nut. Now we can get it off. Alright, to remove these outer tie rods, you just count your spins, and so we got it facing down. So there's one rotation, and then you keep doing those rotations until it comes off, and this would be 2 rotations, and you keep that number in your head, alright? Alright, here we're going to take off your primary mounting bolts. That takes a 24mm. Remember the bottom one? Top one. Alright, now we can get your passenger side ones off. Good boy. So now we're just removing the sleeve that connects to the steering column. And it's just an 11mm bolt. Okay, there's the sleeve. I'm just going to take the flathead. This is where that 11mm bolt was we pulled out from the steering column. Take a flathead and kind of spread it apart a little. Just wedge it in there. Just so that there's some playroom for when we drop the old power steering arm. Okay. Don't forget to keep an eye on where your steering column is. It needs to be straight. Straight up and down will be straight on my end. Just like that. Alright. Now we take off our passenger steering column bolts. These are 18. out. It might be a good idea to periodically check your steering wheel and make sure it hasn't moved. Alright, we're pretty good. Alright, take your new rack and pinion, matched up with your old one. Make sure you orient it right. Usually they'll have these lines that'll mark the orientation, but if not, you just took your old one off that was straight with the steering column. Make sure it's lined up right and that your grommets are even on both sides. That's how you know it's straight. Just using a regular knife. It's your pressure seal. You just go ahead and puncture the tip just so there's a slit in it. You can see through it now. That's it, just a little slit. Then we put your lines back in, your lines will make it bigger. Do that for both of them. And these will go back into your new rack and pinion. One there, and one there. Reinstall, make sure you keep your main nuts here loose. You can tighten up your left side or your passenger side, but